Here, read this for you. You can follow along. Here's some practical ideas for evangelism.
Certainly, sharing your faith and spreading the message of Yeshua, Jesus, can be a powerful and fulfilling endeavor. Here are some practical ideas to evangelize. 1. Pray for people by name. Begin by lifting up the names of those you know who haven't heard the good news. Ask God for opportunities to share your faith with them and trust His timing as you build relationships with them. 2. Go out into the world. Step beyond the Christian bubble. While like-minded friends are essential for our faith, we're also called to reach out to those outside our immediate circle. Yeshua Great Commission instructs us to make disciples of all nations. Matthew 28, verse 19. Connect with people where they are, whether on campus, in clubs, sports teams, or other social settings. 3. Be bold. Introduce yourself to strangers. Ask the Holy Spirit for courage and the right words. Remember, heaven is worth the awkward. 4. Extend personal invitations. Just as you appreciate personal invitations, invite others to events or gatherings. Your invitation might reach someone who needs a friend or a sense of community. 5. Share life. Spend time with others doing things they love, even if it's not your preference. Sacrifice your own comfort to build relationships. As you live differently, showing joy, trust, and confidence in Yeshua, people will notice and want to know more. 6. Share your story. Your personal journey with Yeshua is powerful. Consider writing down how you came to know Him. Be prepared to share when someone asks. No one can argue with what you've experienced. 7. Practice hospitality. Wherever you are, be welcoming and open. Show kindness and love to those around you. Sometimes, simple acts of hospitality can open doors for deeper conversations. Remember, evangelism isn't just a suggestion, it's a commission. Yeshua instructed His disciples to go into all the world and preach the gospel, Mark 16, verse 15. Let your light shine, and may your compassion for the lost lead you to share the good news with others. Evangelization isn't just about words, it's about living out your faith and being a witness to the transformative power of Yeshua. May your efforts bear fruit as you share His love with others.
Okay, so I want to talk about outreach.
Can you
Yeah, go
go
ahead.
back 1 second? I want to get.
You want to get the other part?
I missed the first.
Okay. Got it? Okay. I can send you a copy too if you want also, but you got it.
Thank you.
All right. So
5. Share life.
Hey, hush
Spend
up.
time with others doing things they love, even if it's
okay,
not
talk
your
about
preference.
outreach now.
Purpose of church outreach. It's one thing
Same
to
guy, I
invite
got
a
him
friend to
excited
church,
now though.
but it's much easier to invite a friend to a community activity. Sometimes the latter can help non-believers see that the church is a welcoming place to learn about Christ.
Okay, so we're going to talk about 40 highly effective church outreach ideas.
40?
40. I got just a summary. I don't have the whole breakdown. I just given you. Okay, so here, as we go through these, I want you to see if any of them get your interest, or if it creates in you some idea of something else that you could do. Because I really, truly believe God's wanting every single one of us to get involved in some form of outreach. That's part of our mission. So we're going to go through it. Some of this you probably go, ain't no way. Okay, that's fine. But I believe there'll be something that you can grab a hold of, or at least that'll think something to you. If you see it, write down the number, or remember the number, which one it is and what it was called, so I can go back to it and give you more information on it if you need it. All right, so here we go.
40 highly effective church outreach ideas. 1. Church picnic. A church picnic may seem like a private event, but it doesn't have to be. It's the perfect time to invite friends to a low-pressure social activity where people can be outside, enjoying great weather, conversation, and food. It's perfect for families with children. Kids can interact with other children and make new friends. 2, trash pickup. Wear t-shirts with message. No one likes to see trash on the side of the road.
No dumping. I'm sorry.
It's unsightly and makes a bad impression on the community. It doesn't matter if you live in the nicest city or a small town, there are areas of your community that need to be cleaned up. Organizing a trash pickup group can bring people together from all areas of the community. Age is not a factor, so it can even be a family event. Create a sign on the side of the road to let the community know your church is organizing the event. Help the community and advertise at the same time. 3, feed the homeless. Helping the homeless is one of the most common church outreach activities. It's a great way to serve others and improve the health of your community. Churches often work together to prepare large amounts of food. Outreach can include scripture, clothes, and toiletries. 4, free babysitting. Do you have young couples in your congregation? Want to provide a free service for your community? Free babysitting for date night could be a good way to appreciate young families in your area. Promote a monthly free babysitting event at your church. Parents at your church and from the community will drop off their children for a few hours and enjoy some quiet time.
What time you want me to drop them off?
Babysitting is expensive, so parents will love this.
I will.
Just make sure you have experienced volunteers to take care of all the children. 5, church partnership. More and more, churches are willing to partner with other churches to meet a common goal. Sometimes churches are competitive, but they don't need to be. They should be service-oriented, and if that means working together, then cooperation should be welcome. Church partnerships could include many of the activities on this list. Because your church is partnering, there may be bigger opportunities to impact your community. 6, church sports league. Have spare land or a gym at your church? In larger cities, space might not be available. However, in rural areas, churches often have extra land that can be used for games and events. If your church is paired with a school, there will likely be a gym for basketball and volleyball. Don't let these resources sit unused. Organize a sports league where people from the community can compete and exercise. Swimming lessons, dodgeball, volleyball, indoor soccer, swimming contests are fun ways to compete that don't require too much land or space. If your church doesn't have space, consider partnering with a church that does. 7, street evangelizing, film, ask question, be creative. Have you ever walked up to a person on the street and chatted with them? It takes courage and may be uncomfortable, but most people are open to a conversation as long as it's respectful. Your church is bound to have outgoing and funny personalities who can engage with anyone they meet. Utilize their skills to organize a street outreach event. Street evangelizing doesn't only mean approaching strangers. Sometimes it's better to let them approach you. Create a booth at a park or on a busy walkway. Have a sign that describes your church and your purpose. Offer a few home-made snacks and you'll be surprised how many people stop to learn more about your mission. 8, prenatal classes. Prenatal classes are something most expecting mothers and fathers participate in. The classes are designed to build confidence and physical resilience during the birthing process. If you have the expertise in your church, consider organizing free prenatal classes and use it as a tool for outreach. Wonders of childbirth may inspire non-believers to reconsider their walk with God. 9, church-sponsored coffee shop. Opportunities arise with social trends. This couldn't be more true for coffee, which has seen an increase in specialty coffee. If you have coffee connoisseurs in your congregation, a church-sponsored coffee shop could be a great way to bridge your church with the community. Try offering coffee beans and coffee with a story. Buy from Christian growers and include opportunities to support them. Depending on your church location, a coffee shop could be located on church property or in another area with high foot traffic. Perhaps an established coffee shop with a Christian owner would set aside one day a month for coffee for the community. Profits could be donated to a neighborhood need with church members volunteering their barista or waiter services. 10. Self-defense classes. Self-defense is important for everyone. Men, women, and children should be able to protect themselves and their family. There are martial arts that can provide your congregation and community with confidence and strength. A self-defense class doesn't have to be a long-term commitment. Introductory classes could be offered to the community by members of your congregation who regularly train. Physical activity is a great opportunity to share a message of faith. Local law enforcement agencies often offer classes at low cost or free. You could host them at your church. 11. Holiday meal delivery. Holidays are a special time in the United States and traditionally reserved for families. However, not all people have families or their own, and many people spend the day alone. If you have ample volunteers, consider preparing meals for those who don't have family. Seniors, singles, and those in a hospital may be the people who most appreciate the outreach activity. 12. Concert/jam session/open mic. Are there Christian musicians that are passing through your area? If so, consider hiring them for a concert. People love music, and it's another easy opportunity to invite new faces to your church activity. Hiring musicians who don't have lyrics but are talented with instruments can make the event religiously neutral and attract both believers and non-believers. 13. Nursing home visits. Visit a nursing home for seniors. Socialize with the people living there, and most people will appreciate it because they rarely have family visit them. Regular nursing home visits are a great opportunity for the church to make a difference in a community. Whether it be small groups or Bible study, all ages can get involved with nursing homes. Take them flowers, engage in conversation, play board games, and tell them about your faith. 14. CrossFit group. Put the cross in CrossFit. Exercise and health play an important role in today's society. God tells us to treat our body as a temple, so exercise is a great way to follow Him. If you have exercise-minded members in your congregation, ask them about starting a faith-based CrossFit group. Work hard, reap rewards, and give thanks to God. 15. Barbecue competition. Whether you call it barbecuing, grilling, or smoking, the art of cooking over a fire is a favorite weekend activity for most men. Ask any guy and he'll tell you he has a special recipe that beats the rest. Long list of family table topic questions. Organizing a barbecue competition is a perfect way to bring a community together and feed people. Provide a cash prize for the winner and grow this event each summer. 16. Golf/putt-putt/frisbee golf tournament. Golf is a fun way to encourage activity and cooperation. Organize the event in groups of 4 and ask other churches to join in some friendly competition for community bragging rights. Invite church members and ask them to include friends and family who don't attend church. These can also be organized for a good cause, such as foster children's or pregnancy centers causes. Play golf and offer an opportunity to donate. 17. Movie night. Organize indoor or outdoor movies using blankets and projector and screen. Supply snack bar and action faith-based movies. 18. Youth sports sponsor. One of the easiest ways to reach your community outside the church is to sponsor a youth team. For example, Little League baseball teams routinely have community sponsors that pay a small fee that pays for the uniforms. A youth sponsor is mostly an advertiser. However, a sponsor could get more involved by hosting occasional events and an end-of-the-year party for their team. It would be a good way to build familiarity with the community. 19. Jog-a-thon for a cause. There are always people in need. It may be first responders who need support, or families fighting cancer, or a tragic event like a home that was burned to the ground. A jog-a-thon is an outreach opportunity that helps the community and gets people involved. Keep an eye on the newspaper in your area and look for jogathon opportunities to help others. This activity can be a one-time event or a frequent initiative for the community. 20, mission trip, local mission. Missions trips have always been an exciting opportunity for church members. Whether the opportunity is building a house in Mexico or cleaning up after a devastating hurricane, a mission trip educates members to the world and helps others. Mission trips don't have to be far away. They can be in a local neighborhood where help is needed. 21, youth sports camp. The camp includes volunteers from the church and from the local university. You will enjoy that it is not serving only our church. You will have non-Christian friends from school and familiar faces from neighboring towns. View it as a great way to introduce your faith to others in the community. 22, music camp, performing arts. If your church members have unique talents, put them to use with a music camp. Parents are always looking for education opportunities, and music is healthy for the soul. Introduce the basics of piano, guitar, bass guitar, or drums, and let the kids know they can hear music every Sabbath service. 23, backpacking trip. A backpacking trip can bring us closer to nature and allows us to spend time in God's perfect creation. Backpacking trips aren't usually for large groups, but a church could use the activity to connect with people in their community. Without distractions, time spent around an evening campfire promotes conversation, and it's an opportunity to share one's faith with others. 24, prayer groups. Prayer groups and small groups are usually reserved for regular church attendees. Yet prayer groups can also work as an outreach team. Prayer groups could organize prayer breakfasts and community prayers at public parks and monuments. They can offer prayers to community leaders, schools, and families. Think outside the box with prayer groups and explore ways to serve the community. Praying around a neighborhood is wonderful. Get a Christian officer who can accompany you on his bicycle. 25, Awana or other clubs. Awana Club works with volunteers to educate children and teach Bible memorization. They make it fun with awards and competition. The club is ideal for Christian children, but it offers an opportunity to invite others in the community as well. Many parents find out about the evening club and start dropping their kids off for free babysitting. It isn't long before the Word of God does its work and the whole family becomes Christian. 26, sponsor education. Education sponsorships to help children are common, but many of the most popular programs are for young students overseas. While those options are great, churches can also reach out to their community to assist with education opportunities. High school students might want to attend a Christian school but are unable to afford tuition. Similarly, university students could benefit from a scholarship. Assisting others with education is a wonderful outreach idea. 27, have a booth at the fair. Does your town or county have an annual fair? Yes. Everyone loves going to the fair. There are games, plenty of food, music, and animals. Your church could sponsor a booth selling popcorn or pie. Or your church could raise a few animals to show in the fair. Get involved with these activities and share the gospel. 28, offer student driving lessons. Every teenager is required to take driving lessons if they intend to drive on their own. If your church has qualified drivers, the church could provide driving lessons to hundreds of kids each year. Put the name of your church on the side of the car and let the community know about this service. Drive safely. 29, date night for young couples. Most couples want to have a date night, but it often gets put on the back burner because of work and family responsibilities. Promote a community date night at the church where couples can converse, have a good meal, and have childcare taken care of on site. 30, dinner for first responders. First responders put their life on the line every day while serving our community. Appreciating local leaders and first responders is something everyone can agree on, and churches should celebrate them. Organize a barbecue at a public park Give out appreciation gifts and thank your local leaders for their support. 31. Paint a community house. Somebody cares. Go local. Do you have hard workers who are willing to donate a Sunday to improving their community? Professional painters use expensive equipment to paint homes. The process isn't cheap, so many homeowners put off painting their home. Identify a neighborhood where there are homes that need painting. In many cases, you'll find that single parents or seniors don't have the time or resources to do the job themselves. Paint a few homes in your community will improve the aesthetics of the neighborhood, make the neighbors happy, and increase property values. It's a win-win for the church and community. 32. Buy a seating section at a professional sporting event. If you've been to a sporting event, you've probably seen large groups mentioned on the video screen. Groups can buy entire sections of seats to enjoy a day of sports. Tailgate before the game and engage with passers-by. Walk around the stadium and chat with other sports fans. Bring a sign of your church and wave it during the game. You never know. You might be on television. 32. T-shirts. Ask about my church. Who is Yeshua? T-shirts are an easy and affordable outreach idea. You don't even have to sell the shirts. Simply give them to your congregation. The shirt could say, ask me about my church, or my church rocks, or how can I pray for you? Wearing the shirt around town is a good conversation starter and a great way to build familiarity with your church.
33. Talent show. Want to host a fun activity and learn more about your community? A talent show brings out the lesser known and sometimes laughable abilities of people you know. Advertise the talent show in the local newspaper, set the rules, and bring people together to appreciate an evening of entertainment. 34. Book club. Book clubs are a way to bring like-minded people together. Most people either love reading or hate it. For those that love it, give them a place to meet and discuss popular books. The book club might have a theme, or it could jump from one genre to the next. It could also have a faith-based approach to review commentary on religion. The internationally known Alpha Course is a Bible study for new or non-believers. It requires a bit of teacher training, but has been very successful sharing the gospel in a non-threatening atmosphere.
35. Foodie tour group. The term foodie might seem trendy or cheesy, pun intended, but foodies love trying out the latest foods in the latest restaurants. Your church could organize a food group that meets each month and visits restaurants and food trucks in the community. They could review the food and help the community know which places serve the best food. 36. Thrift store. Depending on the size of your church, this could be an option for outreach in your community. You can also volunteer at a thrift store. Also do Bible study at the store. 37. Vacation package for singles or couples. Everyone loves going on vacation. Single people often go alone and would jump at the opportunity to join others. The group could be solely for Christians or for people from all walks of life. Just be sure to have rules for the group to keep it family friendly. 38. Free walking tours. If your church is near a tourist site or city, then consider setting up a free walking tour program. A website can be set up with a weekly schedule. This activity could bring in cash for the church and the volunteers who lead the walking tour, usually based on tips at the end of the walking tour. Every church has members that enjoy meeting new people and leading others. These types of members are perfect for a walking tour. 39. Start a meetup group. Meetup is a popular website where people organize groups. You can establish a group around a theme, such as God or Christianity. These groups usually meet monthly and hang out. It can be at a restaurant or a park. Any place where people can meet in a safe environment is perfect for meeting up. 40. Financial literacy. Financial literacy is part of being a responsible Christian, and it's also a life skill that many people overlook. Online, you can find countless services that offer courses for a fee, but there are many free resources as well. in your church that are bound to be responsible, finance-savvy individuals who know about managing money. Ask for volunteers to teach an introductory financial literacy course, which can be done over a weekend. Your community could benefit from the course, and during the lesson, you can discuss God's direction for managing money and tithing.
Okay, so that's the 40. Again, that's just to get you thought-provoking. Yes.
I think that was 41.
Yes, 42. You said 42 twice.
Oh, I did? Oh, okay, sorry. So it's 41?
We got an extra. We got an extra.
You sure I didn't skip one of the numbers?
No. We got
Okay,
it.
oh, well,
It's a 32A and a 32B. I thought.
oh, okay. So we got 41 then.
41. There's some good things in there.
Um, If you are interested, or if it gives you an idea, let's try to work on putting it together and see when we can start doing something. I actually thought about doing number 40, because I've been down and I've been up, and I have learned to be balanced. So
What was number 40?
financial
Financial
literacy, teaching people about how to take care of their money.
I thought about one that wasn't on there. What if we did a Christian variety show? So we don't kind of got to look at
Yeah, that'd be,
so,
yeah, that'd be kind of go along with the
Skits
talent
and
show
stuff.
type thing, yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm game for anything. It's just, it's to get our creative juices going, and then find one, if you can find one thing that you'd like to do this year, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, so don't just write stuff down and put it in
No,
your call.
because if we all did one thing, look how many outreaches we'd have. Now, Yeshua is who we want to, is the main thing we want to reach out to, but at the same time, we do have a promise from God that when we have 49 people who are in one mind and one accord, that we will walk in the fullness of His power. If people don't know we're here, so sometimes you need to let them know about Yeshua, but hey, because making disciples, we need to get them here so we can disciple. And some of those can be mixed together, like those T-shirts. You can buy T-shirts, have different things, and you can, any of those other outreaches,
Yeah.
you can have those T-shirts on while you're doing it. So you could actually do two at once. So anyway, I know I showed this to Mary last night. I think two of them grabbed you, didn't they? You want to share how it grabbed you?
The first responders
Yes.
is the one that I jumped on, and the self-defense.
Okay, so tell me about the self-defense one, and then we'll do the
St.
first.
John's County has a department that will come out and teach us self-defense, or we can invite people to come to it.
So we can open it up to the community. They'll come here and they'll do it for free, and the community comes, and then it gives us an opportunity for people who are not saved. They come in here, they're going to see stuff anyway. Whether we do it in there or do it in here, I don't know. And we might have to have a sign-up sheet or, do something on. All that can be worked out. If we need a website, I can take care of that. I build websites, so I can handle all that kind of stuff. But we have social media that we can use too.
And then first responders is we have a fire department that's 6 miles from us. We could, for the community around here, we can have the fire truck come out, we can have the sheriff department have a car, we can invite, families to come out,
And
do that.
since Mary works at the courthouse, Christine works at the courthouse, I volunteered at the jail. Connie, you worked at the jail.
Yeah.
We know some officers. We know some people.
I was in jail.
We know some people like James Whitehead, who was in our youth group. He's works for the sheriff, and he actually patrols this area. So we could have him come with his car too. So we could do a lot of
And
things.
we have a deputy that lives right over here too.
Yeah, and then we can have them arrest Sean and put him in handcuffs and
Yes.
throw him in the back of the cop car.
And then drive him to
And
jail.
drive him to the jail, and then we can say, we have to raise this much money to get Sean out.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Then they can
I'll
book
do
him.
that.
And then we'll have first appearances.
But you guys will pick like an astronaut. You guys will pick a number they can't be read.
I don't know if you guys remember that, we did that at Family Worship Center where I got put in jail and they had to raise money to get me out.
I think I was too young.
No, you might have been in kids' church.
That was
Yeah.
last week.
That was last week.
And then you had an idea about the coffee shop.
Yeah, the coffee shop. So I have a couple. We could do it here, but I also thought about there's Molasses Junction, which is right down here. I could go talk with them and say once a month or every 2 weeks or whatever it would be. I'm just throwing it out there. We could take our couple Keurigs. We could take all the Keurig that we have. Free coffee. It'd be advertisement for them too, for people to come. They have tables and chairs set up so we can sit, and it's a conversation. You get to talk to them. Yes.
The feed store right next door to them
Yeah.
has a, community thing where people sell stuff and all that already set up.
Yeah. See, like
It's
I
on
said, I
Sun-
don't
It's
know.
on a Sunday too.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I think with the coffee one, I thought, like, we could do like a monthly pancake breakfast,
We could.
coffee and breakfast, coffee and
We could.
pancakes.
And I thought about the movie night. I've been thinking about that one for a while. So I did that before I made the trailers. So I could let them know what movies are coming. So when they come, if they come here and we do a movie in here or outside, I can have the trailers. I can have, let's all go to the movies. Let's all go to the movies. Do the quiet, the silence the cell phones, all that stuff. Put a cartoon on there so they have the cartoon, and then go through 2 or 3 movies that's going to be coming later before they watch the main. I used to do that. I could set all that up. Yeah, I did it in kids' church. So, and then if you, like, there's a series called, it's Black Horse,
You got church.
Yes.
and, what's the name of the first?
Revelation Road.
Revelation Road 2, and then Black Horse. There's 3 of them, and they're all action-packed movies about end times.
Yes, they're great.
So that'd be a good series to do right off the bat. Get people's attention. But you can do all kinds of them. There's so many Christian movies out there that are faith-based that people have never seen that would can make it look good.
What was number 3 up there?
Feed the homeless.
homeless.
We've done that before, and we had fruits from it.
I want to do a jam session.
I think a music camp could be fun.
That would be awesome.
Absolutely.
We could like book out a week during summer and invite kids to come do music or dance or whatever.
And-
Yeah, you know what,
And
as
the
a
por-
setup for that, if we did like a music karaoke talent show community thing at the park, and then when you get people involved with that, then invite them to the music camp too.
Or you can incorporate all of them together.
Yeah, you could do that because you could go out. We could go out and do the outreach at the park or wherever we're going to do it at, and then we can advertise the music camp and have sign up for people to sign up for it, and where they can get hold of us to do the music camp. Then we could also do the performing arts where we're teaching them how to play bass.
And then at the end, everybody can come together and do a variety.
Yeah, yes. Take the talent and then now they go do something. Yes, it's fantastic.
So I will say this, as human beings, we are very, very good at writing stuff down and talking about it, but we're not so good at acting it out. So we have to make sure that we really come together and really figure out how we're gonna do this.
Christine, tie those together like you was just saying. We could do, make
Oh.
the little chain. Go ahead and figure that out, okay, and write it down. And that it doesn't mean that's how we'll do it, but that gets us somewhere to start. You see what I'm saying? All right.
So you want us to at least have one thing?
I'd like everybody to at least pray and find something,
jam session?
one of those things that you could take. I want you to have ownership of something where you feel like, okay, I can do this.
And then we need to get back together. and-
Yeah, we'll talk about it. We'll figure out when we can do that because I know not everybody's time's different. That's okay.
So what if you're like partnered up with somebody that's got the same ideas as you?
Well, that'd be fantastic. Look, if we do one thing, that's more than 0.
You just do all the work and I'll just watch it. I'm just kidding.
Sean, can you go ahead and turn it off now?
Yeah, sure.
Look, we got through all that and we still got finished early.